Yo, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back once again to another Battlefield 6 gameplay commentary. And today, guys, the gameplay in the background is something I captured a few moments ago. And I just wanted to bring you some gameplay of me doing decent. Just because a lot of people in yesterday's video was just talking about, oh, well, you're just mad cos bad, all that kind of nonsense. So I thought, let's play a few more games this evening. Let's just hope I can get one half decent gameplay. I can kind of concentrate a bit more, and hence the gameplay in the background is probably the best game I've had as of yet on Battlefield 6. I've had about 5-6 games in full. Like I said on yesterday's video, this game resembles COD more than it does Battlefield. I'm not saying that this is a bad game, but it's not a Battlefield game. It's not what Battlefield should be, and Vince, DICE, and all these other people, you know, with all the marketing material and promotional campaigns and all that kind of stuff, they said, and I quote, Battlefield 6 is a love letter to Battlefield 3 and 4. It's not. The maps I've played on, maybe they shouldn't have put these maps in the beta, I don't know, but again, in my opinion, I think they're trying to showcase what's best in their game. I think they're trying to showcase that they want their game to become the new Call of Duty video game, not really a Battlefield game. Basically, guys, what I'm playing here is Call of Duty with tanks, more so than Battlefield 1, for instance, which Battlefield 1, great game, people still love Battlefield 1 to this day, looks beautiful, looks way better than what this game does. Like, look at the flames on the tree on my left there, it doesn't look great, but again, like I said in yesterday's video, graphics don't make or break a video game, but it helps, you know, the immersion. Like, even with this class, you've got wall hacks on this class. I don't think anybody's actually told you about that. You get wall hacks on the assault class. It's insane, guys. It's insane. Once you've built up enough attrition or whatever they call it in this game, you can press 6 and you get wall hacks. Only when they're very, very close to you. You kind of get better hearing as well. But yeah, this game is definitely made with a Call of Duty audience in mind. Even the menus, guys, and the screen as soon as you load in, it makes you think you're playing Warzone. And I genuinely think, guys, when they were designing this game, they were more thinking about the Battle Royale side of the game, more so than multiplayer. Bit like what Call of Duty does now with their game when it comes to multiplayer and the Warzone mode. And I think Battlefield and EA, should I say, not so much Battlefield, not even DICE really, EA won a rival to Warzone. That's what they want. They couldn't care less about multiplayer, and that's kind of shown in the optimization of the game I'm playing right now, because it runs like garbage, guys. It really does. Maybe the servers are under heavy load. That might be affecting it, but when I'm playing with an RTX 4080 graphics card, yes, I do turn motion blur off, and I know that has an impact on, you know, the frame rate, but again, it makes it look so much cleaner. If I turn motion blur off, VSync off, try to play this game in 2K 1440p, whatever you want to call it, it struggles on my system to maintain 60 FPS. And it goes way below that as well when some destruction's going off or something like that. It's just not Battlefield, guys. I'm not saying it's a bad game, because I don't think it's a bad game. But again, you're judging this based on being a £60 video game. Somebody asked me in my comment section on yesterday's video, what would I recommend, Delta Force or Battlefield 6? And that's kind of a good question. If they were both £60 video games, I'd recommend Battlefield 6. But as it stands right now, if I had a choice between Delta Force, what's totally free to play, and Battlefield 6, what's 60 quid, I can't believe I died there, I'd actually play Delta Force, if I'm honest. I think 60 quid for what I've seen right now in multiplayer, I don't really think it's worth it. On a positive, guys, I do like the reviving mechanic in this game. I think it's much better. Instead of you just having to stand there and res somebody, you can actually drag somebody away round a corner and res them. I try to be fair and honest, guys, with my critique of video games. It's just unfortunately that we live in a social media influencer era where all these influencers, hence they're called influencers, all they want to do is just, become corporate chess pieces and say something's amazing when it's clearly not. So Again, I was hoping this game was going to be a love letter to Battlefield 3 and 4, hence the lies what we've had from EA, DICE, Vince Sapella, and whoever else has come out and said that nonsense. This game is closer to Call of Duty. The gameplay is really, really fast. Now, when I'm talking about the wall hack, guys, look here. I press 6, you're going to see it in a minute. Get ready. See, look, you see that? Wall hacks. Wall hacks in a modern day Battlefield game. Really? Really, guys? Love letter to Battlefield 3 and 4? You kidding me? But I genuinely think they've spent all the time on the Battle Royale mode. Yes, Destruction's good in this game. I'll give them that. But I'd prefer a better looking game like Battlefield 1 than Destruction. Like, look at all the haze, guys. It's just annoying. I know why they put that haze in the game. There's a reason it's in the game, because it makes the game run easier when you have a bit of a mist and hue there. I can't remember the actual technical term for why video game developers do it, but there's a reason. Hence why you get a lot of the map on this game, which doesn't really have much detail on it. I think it's mainly like Battlefield 2042 and Battlefield 6 have issues with like frame rates, computer resource. It's like it's really, really heavy, and you need a supercomputer to run this game. Not doing too bad, guys. 6 kills. We do continue doing well until I get bored, and then I turn it off. Because again, this is not Battlefield. This is Call of Duty. This is Conquest version of Call of Duty with a few tanks knocking around. I know people have told me to play the breakthrough rotation on the game, on the open beta, because you get one of the bigger maps, and it's a bit more like what Battlefield should be, in my opinion. I don't know how this guy didn't kill me. He had a me moment. Like I say, I don't want people to think that I'm saying this game's bad, because it's not. It's just not what Battlefield should be. And we was told, we was led to believe that this is a love letter to Battlefield 3 and 4. Can I actually move out of the way of that? Can't remember, but yeah, we die. We die, but we're playing the objective, guys. You know, one thing I always want to do in Battlefield, I don't care about how many kills, how many deaths I get. I care about playing the objective. That's just how I play video games, and I've got the most caps on my team. And again, Battlefield is one of those games where if you've got a good squad, you'll definitely enjoy it more. And thankfully for me in this game, I'm playing with 3 other random people on my squad, and they're all fantastic. They're all playing really, really well. They're reviving each other. I do run out of ammo a few times later on in the video, which is really, really annoying. It'd be good if we had more ammo to start with. Once you get on a bit of a, not so much kill streak, but, you know, you kill a few people without dying. Maybe once you kill 3 or 4 people without dying, you're looking for ammo, you're scavenging around. But maybe I could play as the class so I can actually give ammo to myself. But the hit detection does seem a bit inconsistent. Maybe because the server load is massive. I try to be constructive. I try to be fair with my criticism. The biggest criticism of this game, apart from it being unoptimized like Battlefield 2042 was at release, and it still was. It's clearly a problem with the Unreal Engine, what they're working on. That you need to have a supercomputer to run the game at a reasonable frame rate. It's like I've said before, Warframe, a video game I play as well. I know that's been out a long time and it's been refined over the years. That game runs silky smooth at 160 FPS on my system, playing in 2K. So, you know, Digital Extremes are nowhere near the size of what DICE and EA are. So, if they can get it right, why can't EA? But again, it all comes down to priorities from the video game developer in question. EA want to be making a lot of content post-launch. Again, they've given us the base game, but the base game isn't what they care about. They care about what they're going to be able to sell you after. You know, battle passes, all that kind of stuff. Premium battle passes, skins, cosmetics. That's what they spend their time making, not optimizing the game. They want to give you the bare minimum to be able to play the game. And that's just how video games are, guys. Nothing's going to change until people, you know, stop buying all that shit. But again, people enjoy customizing their characters, skins and all that while they're playing video games, so who am I to criticize anybody who wants to have a weird looking skin colour? You know, purple guns or some shit like that. You do what you want to do. But ultimately, in the long term, it makes video games worse. Hence why Battlefield 1 looked beautiful. They spent the time making the game look beautiful instead of making all the added content, which, let's be real, EA, Activision do that now, and Ubisoft to some extent. Well, Ubisoft's kind of ruined Rainbow Six Siege in my opinion. That's another video. See, look now. I'm at the point where I'm like just thinking, I hope somebody just kills me now. But we're pretty much trying to win this game. Getting a bit annoyed now. I've played the game for long enough. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not vibing it. You know, sometimes you just get a good feeling about a game. You play it and... yeah, that bullshit there. That annoyed me that death. I'm like, here we go. I've had a decent game. Now comes the bullshit. But no, Battlefield 6, it's clearly got problems. Optimization. The fact that Vince has made a COD game in a Battlefield shell. Like, why do grenades have to, like, be like you're throwing a fucking flare? Like, just let me throw a grenade without it looking like it's a fucking flare. I think the only thing what you can take back to Battlefield 3 and 4 is the colour scheme where you've got blue and red. Sorry, that blue and that orange colour. I think that's the only things you can point towards Battlefield 3 and 4. And like I said, I know this is the beta. I know they've only got a few skins, you know, in the game. Sorry, a few maps in the game right now. But surely the point of a beta is showing off your best assets and content in the game to enable, well, to kind of mindfuck people into, you know, pre-ordering the game or buying the Phantom edition. Surely they're going to show you the best, not the worst. So yeah, ultimately, guys, to sum it up before the end of the video, number one, it's Call of Duty in a Battlefield skin. Like, it's way too hectic. You spawn and die, spawn and die, spawn and die, spawn and die. And that shouldn't be Battlefield. I think towards the end of this video, I actually spawn in on E. And I can actually see somebody capping E as soon as I spawn in, you know. There's no excuse for spawn logic that bad in the game. Again, it's been a long time since we've had a Battlefield game. It's not a yearly release. It's just frustrating, guys. Like I say, EA and DICE are their own worst enemy, saying that this game is a love letter to Battlefield 3 and 4. If they wouldn't have come out and said that, and they would have said, oh yeah, it's just a Battlefield game set in that period, it wouldn't have been as much of a disappointment. But yeah, saying it's a love letter when it's clearly not. Vince has obviously had a brief. EA have obviously got Vince to go into DICE because they want a more fast-paced video game like Call of Duty is compared to Battlefield. So we've essentially got a Battlefield COD hybrid. I should imagine the main reason they got Vince working on this game was because he made a fairly good Battle Royale game. We have Apex Legends. And again, EA want to have some of that Warzone money pie. So again, now you've got Vince working on, obviously, the multiplayer side of this game. But like I said, the multiplayer side of Call of Duty, of Battlefield, is an afterthought. The main moneymaker for them is the Battle Royale modes. Kind of a bullshit death here, which annoys me even greater. Like, boom, I'm dead. He shot me 100 damage in my arm. I get a one-hit kill with a shotgun if it's in the head of the torso, but a one-hit kill in the fucking arm? Are you kidding me? But yeah, tanks in this game are incredibly powerful, but it is what it is. You have to deal with them. I don't know how many rockets it takes to blow up a tank, but for me, I just can't stand tanks. But a lot of people love them, so I'm not really going to criticise the game because of that. But yeah, overall, disappointed. But again, it's EA. What I'm going to say, we should have expected this. I got carried away. A lot of people said to me, Simon, you're getting too carried away. You're getting with the hype. I did. I got with the hype, didn't I, guys? But at least I've not even had to pre-order the game. I just watched somebody live streaming earlier today on Twitch TV for 30 minutes. But yeah, really, really disappointed with this game. I genuinely thought this game was going to bring Battlefield back. I don't know why that's still there. Bit weird. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think, your thoughts and feelings. Look at this, guys. I spawn in on E. I can see somebody like, how terrible is that spawn logic? Absolute chaos, guys. Chaos. I should never be spawning in on somebody like that. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you've watched right until the end, you're the real MVPs, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do now moving forward content-wise. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Again, I dislike Battlefield for the reasons... Well, Battlefield 6 for the reasons I've mentioned in this video. Like I say, it's not a bad game. It's just not what Battlefield 6 should be, in my opinion. But as always, guys, let me know what you think. And thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this video gets, I don't know, 10 likes in. If you're new here, subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. All right, have a great week, everybody. If you're enjoying Battlefield 6, I'm genuinely happy for you. All right, cheerio. Bye-bye, guys.